Hi, this is Scott Varilek, Koima Varilek Trading in Sioux Center, Iowa. And it's been a great start to the year, I guess, as we kind of have put some of the rally back onto the market. We took quite a hit there at the end of 2023, and start of this year has been good. We sideways for the first few weeks in January, and we've been kind of on a nice steady uptrend here, and crawling up to about 2/3 back of what that last break was. So we're getting to some very nice levels, and it's kind of key for me to look at the time of the year a little bit. Sitting here in the end of February, middle of February, there's a little bit of seasonal action that says, hey, maybe this is a good time of year that a guy can start looking at some protection, and I think that's what the market's starting to feel a little bit as more people talk about that. We've had a little setback here this last week, and in some of the futures and testing some of these uptrend lines. So some of the technicals, you would call that, looking at charts, there's maybe some room for a little correction, and we've been overbought for quite a while. So there's a little bit of that factor coming in. You had some weaker economy news this week with stock markets trading significantly lower. So just a few different stories that have maybe shifted from last week. We're feeling really good. All the stories are on our side. Packers were slow to come to the table for some cash trade. Early on in the week was feeling a little heavy, but as we curled through, there was some better prices to get closer to steady with where we were last week in the low 180s, and some of the dressed bids in the mid 280s as well, and 287s. And so that was at least good that we were able to get those cash bids to come off those lows, because it was feeling like Packers were playing hardball, and we know that they want the cattle, but they're doing such a good job at kind of keeping that reined in. So this will be our first little test in the markets here with some of these breaks here to see if we're going to be a long-term good or not. We see what the cash feeders are doing. They're red hot and staying hot. So we can be a little bit of our own worst enemy there, as you maybe pay too much for some cattle and then have to try to find a way. You need to come in the market to make them work. So, and we do have cheap feed, cheap corn. The corn is on its way down, has not found a low yet, and that's going to, create a little incentive that we want to put some extra weight on cattle. So we'll be maybe going back to that theme here as we crawl into some better yard conditions. Somebody has to tell me when that's going to start. It's a little rough yet, but those are some of the biggest things we're watching. Give us a call, Koima Varilek Trading. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial.